The I know mind. What is the I know mind? It is the mindset of mediocrity. It is a trap that happens to smart, hardworking, good-hearted people and people that are not like that. It can happen to anyone. It's a trap where we think we know something because we've heard it before, but we're not actually living it, so we don't get any of the rewards. But in our mind, since we've heard it, we feel like there's no pressure on us to do it. So there's a fear that if we do it and it doesn't work, because we don't have certainty yet, because we haven't done it, we don't know, if it doesn't work, that there's something wrong with us, that we're not enough. And that is the big fear every human has on some level. And it's the fear that we all must overcome. That is why we are here, to learn our true identity, not in the eyes of others, not even in your own eyes, but in the eyes of the Creator. What is our true core identity? And our essence is always the same. It's love. It's love-based emotions. Love-based emotions are what we call the lion. That is your true nature. Now, love is expansive. It's constructive energy. It builds, it generates, it creates energy. The absence of love is fear. All fear-based emotions. They're not the enemy. They're warning us that we need to do something, that we are not connected to our true essence. There's not enough love. Love is always the solution, is always the answer. But it's very difficult when you're not in a state of love to get there until you make it who you are. So this cancer of the mind, this I know mind, affects almost everyone. At some point in life, it affects everyone, I'm pretty sure. Maybe not everyone. Maybe there's one person, but everyone I've ever met, myself included, we think we know things, but we're not acting upon them. So the mindset is, I'm open to anything that makes sense to me, and I will test it with an open heart and open mind. And without judging it, I'll see how it works. But what happens with the I know mind is you dabble. You try this, you try that, you get distracted. You don't go deep on anything. You stay on the surface level, so you never really make any progress. It's the people like in the biohacking world right now. They're jumping from one gadget to the next thing. One day they're taking cold showers. Next day they're have some machine strapped to their head. They're doing things. But then when you talk to them, they're not doing resistance training. They're not getting their heart rate up. They're not drinking enough water. They're not sleeping enough. Or if they sleep, they have to have all these machines strapped to them. Like, these things don't matter very much. 95% of your results are going to come from your physical training, all three types that we use, an effective eating plan, including hydration and filling the gaps with supplementation, and the mindset to carry it through. And of course, sleep and recovery. That's 95%. So that's what this program is all about, to instill these things. But the first step is to make sure we get out of our own way. We got to get rid of the cancer of the mind. We can't just say, I know that, or I heard this, or this person did that. No, you need to choose one path, not mix and match things, not just randomly do things. Because this is a big mistake I see. Really smart people do this, is they'll sign up for, we'll say this program, but they do it with everything. And they do random things. They don't follow the assigned programs. There's a science to this, my friends. It's taken me many decades to learn it and to master it. So I'm giving you a treasure map. This works 100% of the time when you work, but you have the challenging part, the art of living it no matter what life throws your way. And that's what makes this so rewarding, because when you do something that's challenging, when you accomplish something that very few people ever accomplish, they just don't have what it takes. Sometimes they don't have the resources, but it's not what you think. It's not money. It's not opportunity. It's the mindset. It's the ability to say you're going to do something and do it no matter what happens. The ability to connect to who you really are, to summon the lion, your best self, your higher self, your true self, the real you, and to live it. Make that part of just who you are. You wake up that way, you go to sleep that way, and when you get distracted, when the lamb comes in, the lamb of fear comes in, you notice it. You don't judge it, you shoo it away, and you get back home, back into love-based emotional states. But you gotta get this I know mindset out. I've seen very successful people. They got successful by not having that mindset. Then they got comfortable. They liked being the boss. They liked being good at what they do. They got all their needs fulfilled. But then when they had to try something new, like they were losing their health, they didn't want to lift weights. They didn't want to do resistance training because they weren't good at it. You have to go back to beginner's mind. When you learn martial arts, this is how you become a master. And it's the same for everything in life. There is a martial art of life. And that's what martial arts really is. It's a set of daily practices, not so you can kick people's ass. It's a cool side effect. But it's about mastering your mind, having a set of daily rituals where you hone your mind and body so you can access your soul, your spirit, your true self, your best self. That's exactly what we do. We're using the martial art of fitness instead of just martial art of fighting or combat. But it is the same principles. Self-mastery is the gateway to living greatly. I know how powerful this is, so I hope you can feel that in the tone of my voice, because this is something that I haven't just heard, I have lived it again and again. I've been surrounded by people that have done it. So there is not a single ounce of doubt or uncertainty in any cell of my being. This is fact. This is real. But the only way you will have that is by living it, especially in the days where you don't feel like it. And you'll hear me in the app when you'll read my comments when someone says, I didn't feel like doing it today, this happened, but I did it anyway. And those are days where I celebrate because I know they have a greater impact than the other days. All the days matter, but those moments, the more challenging moments, create transformation because you expand your identity, because your subconscious remembers everything. Next time you feel like that, and you'll remember those other times when you felt like that and you did it anyway, because that just becomes part of who you are. Those are incredible opportunities. I'm going to keep this message short today because I don't want anyone to see like, oh, this is 15 minutes. I don't have 15 minutes. I want you to see it's a smaller number, whatever it is. But you listen to this again and again because all I need is within me now. And almost everyone agrees with that. But so few people embody it. So few people actually live it. When you really live that, life is almost effortless. I don't want to say it's not difficult, but it doesn't seem to be difficult. Your perception of it is not difficulty because you have such certainty, such faith, such absolute belief in knowingness that you take action. And not the fake, I know, I heard that. No, the I know mind is I heard that and I'm afraid to do it. That's what that means. That is cancer of the mind. What we're doing is saying, I'm open-minded, I'm focused on self-mastery. I'm choosing one path and I'm going deep. I'm not gonna dabble here and there. I'm gonna take one thing. I'm gonna take this program. I'm gonna wake up in the morning and I'm gonna summon the line and I'm gonna joyfully crush the assigned program, which is the science of transformation. The side effect is that your body transforms. You start eating better. You start doing all these other things. But the real reward is in knowing who you really are, who you were born to be. You were born a lion, my friend, not a lamb. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise, including yourself. You tap into the real you, but you have to retrain yourself. The way you retrain yourself is you wake your ass up in the morning and you say, I am here for a reason and a purpose. And it's bigger than my moods. It's bigger than the difficulties of the day. I am here to live like a lion, not the fear of a lamb.